The chief returned to his fishing village from a long day. He looked forward to enjoying his favorite meal, but discovered someone ate his meal's dessert. He raged, screamed, and dove into the sea. After turning over 3 times, he became a shark and darted into the depths. He was the Fijian shark god Dakuwaqa, and this is Legends from the Pacific. Aloha, and thank you for joining us. This is Legends from the Pacific, episode 105, the Fijian shark god Dakuwaqa. I am Kamuhoali'i Kaneshiro, a native Hawaiian professional writer, speaker, and Comic-Con panelist with extensive film and television experience. I study mythology, I've encountered unusual things, and I'm a geek. You can support us by getting 2 or 3 of your friends to listen to our show. This simple request goes a long way in helping us grow our show, and a big mahalo nui loa to our Patreon members, whose support keeps our show going. Later in this episode, your featured song in Hawaiian word, but first, let me share with you Dakuwaqa. As usual, I apologize for any mispronounced names or words and appreciate your understanding. While Fiji's shark god has many names, I'll be referring to him as Dakuwaqa. He is a shapeshifter who could become anything. While some argue Dakuwaqa's original form is a shark, this conflicts with our opening story, which is why others believe his original form was a powerful human male. That being said, Dakuwaqa's forms affect his mood, and his shark form is the most aggressive and vicious. Offerings of yakona, or kava, and coconuts are made to him. It should be noted, Hawaii's shark god Kamohoali'i also favors kava. This may be something that rings true throughout Pacific cultures, since Europeans voyaging on canoes with Pacific Islanders journaled when massive sharks were encountered, islanders poured kava into the water, which tamed the shark, and it left. A group of men lamented about not having enough food. One of them suggested they go to the offshore island that's filled with coconuts and return with a canoe full. While paddling to the island, a massive shark glided beneath them. At the island, they filled their canoe and headed back. The massive shark rejoined them. One of the men stopped paddling and selected a couple of the best coconuts. "What are you doing?" his friend said. "I'm giving Dakuwaqa his share." His friend snatched the coconuts. "What's he done to deserve it? He didn't help me think of my plan." A thud came from the canoe's hull. Then the canoe flipped. The friends tried helping each other, but Dakuwaqa devoured them, and the planner spent eternity gathering coconuts and making kava for the shark god. Dakuwaqa swam through the various islands, fighting deities. While their fights would not be to the death, it pained the defeated gods, seeing the powerful shark expand his dominion. Dakuwaqa's stomach growled for human flesh, and he swam for a fishing village. At the village reef, the giant octopus god appeared. "Dakuwaqa, why do you approach?" The shark slowed. "I go where I wish, for I am the most powerful, and hunger for human flesh. Leave without your meal, for I protect the mortals." Dakuwaqa laughed. "You, their protector? You'll fight me to defend them? I shall." Dakuwaqa circled the octopus, while 4 of its tentacles grabbed the reef and the others reached for the surface. The shark lunged for him. The octopus contracted. The shark sailed past, and a tentacle wrapped around its tail. Dakuwaqa spun to it. More tentacles covered the shark, blinding Dakuwaqa. He thrashed and swam, but the tentacles held him. Dakuwaqa couldn't breathe, and the arms crushed him. I yield. The octopus squeezed. That isn't enough, my friend, for you'll hurt the mortals. No, I give my godly word to never trespass on your dominion or eat your people. Thunder shattered the sky, reverberated the ocean, and both gods' eyes glowed. The octopus released the shark. Your promise among gods is noted. Now go in peace as a visitor to my domain. Today, while Fiji shark attacks are rare, it is believed the octopus's people can swim and play in the ocean without worrying about a shark attack. Dakuwaqa has been featured in various TV shows and DC comics, where he is the father of the king shark character Nanaue. A big mahalo nui loa to Elsie Escobar and Libsyn for featuring me in an interview. Many emailed saying how much they enjoyed learning about me and finally got to see my picture. I thanked them and guessed they didn't go to my author website, where I'm at London's King's Cross platform 9 3/4, going through a wall to Hogwarts. That picture seemed natural, really, since I attended magic school when I was 9 and am a magician member of the Magic Castle. But that's a story for another time. Links to the Libsyn article can be found in our show notes. Our theme song is Mystery by Tavana, courtesy of High Sessions. Sound effects are by Sound Effects Factory. Our music coordinator is Matt Duffy, aka DJ TripleBypass. Links and show notes can be found on our website, legendsfromthepacific.com, including a link to your featured song, which is Ku'u Papale Lauhala by Na Hoa, courtesy of High Sessions. Legends from the Pacific was written, produced, and edited by me, Kamohoali'i Kaneshiro. I also wrote our original stories. Your featured Hawaiian word is piki. Piki means Fiji. An example of piki is Melanesia consists of islands from Papua New Guinea to Piki. Once again, Piki is Hawaiian for Fiji. Also remember, Melanesia is different from Polynesia and Micronesia. Thank you once again for listening. Mahalo and a hui ho!